As the tributes stand on the podium, the horn sounds. Tusken Raider runs away. Deer grabs his shield. Beatrice runs away. Ginger Dead Man finds a bag full of explosives. Dr. Death runs away. Kokichi runs away. Frost runs away. Miyu runs away. Iwasawa and Gavin fight Wong and Jolteon. Iwasawa and Gavin survive. Let's go. Thriller finds a bag full of explosives. Cagney Carnation grabs a shield. Cowabunga runs away from the cornucopia. Gary Oak grabs a shovel. Ava runs away. John Seed grabs a jar of fishing bait while Declan gets fishing gear. Georgie clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Cynthia and Mark Hamill fight for a bag. Mark Hamill gives up and retreats. Gus, Shiloh,
I would
Skull
too.
Knight, and Cool Declan run away. Yeah, me too.
Motherfucker rushed down an intruder.
Yep. White Intercept convinces Hajime Hinata to not kill him, only to kill him instead. The Legion runs away. Makima stays at the cornucopia for resources. Ocean Sauce clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Zoroark runs away. Dr. Octopus receives a trident. Crochet catches Echo off guard and kills him. Tiger Statue and Zeke fight for a bag. Zeke gives up and retreats. Declan's foot hops away. Walter White stays at the cornucopia for resources. Scorch finds a backpack and camping equipment. Daycare attendant receives a trident. Ronald Reagan runs away. Liberty Chica grabs a jar of fishing bait while Joe Valentine gets fishing gear. Omori runs away. Manectric runs away. Hamster Fragments runs away. Green M&M grabs a shovel. Gavin makes a slingshot. Ava spears Hamster Fragments in the abdomen. Cagney Carnation, Walter White, Ronald Reagan, and
She
Liberty
would.
Chica. She would? No, she can't, because Hamster Fragments has to kill herself.
She's dead if she got speared in the abdomen.
Does she just have to die? I thought she had to kill herself.
She just needs to die.
Oh.
If you... What?
I thought all of them were about her killing herself.
They are.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
Anyway, Cagney Carnation, Walter White, Ronald Reagan, Liberty Chica raid Declan's foot while he is hunting. Cowabunga stabs Beatrice while her back is turned.
Bungus.
Georgie receives fresh food. That's not what I said.
Bungus.
Declan receives medical
Bungus.
supplies. Green M&M sees
I didn't
smoke
know you
rising
liked
but doesn't
biscuit,
investigate.
Ryan.
I don't. Miura attacks Tusken Raider, but he escapes. Manectric discovers a cave. Makima, Ocean Sauce, Dr. Death, and Mark Hamill hunt together. Iwasawa thinks about home. Frost thinks about home. Scorch, Zoroark, Cool Declan, Cynthia, Gary Oak track down and kill Y Intercept. Shiloh sleeps through the entire day. John Seed, Gus, the Legion, and Jill Valentine hunt for the tributes. Ginger Deadman unknowingly eats toxic berries. The Riddler defeats Omori but spares his life. Crochet travels the high ground. Deer hunts for other tributes. Zeke defeats Dr. Octopus but spares his life. Kokichi constructs a shack. Skull Knight collects fruit from a tree. Daycare attendant searches for firewood. Tiger statue collects fruit from a tree. Daycare attendant and Gary Oak talk about tributes still alive. Green M&M screams for help. Declan's foot receives a hatchet. Frost, Iwasawa, Ocean Sauce, and Tusken Raider sleep in shifts. Scorch attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Omori and Walter White run into each other and decide to truce. Gus, Ava, Dr. Octopus, and Deer sleep in shifts. Tiger Statue stays awake all night. Liberty Chica kills Georgie as he tries to run. Dr. Death is awoken by nightmares. Cowabunga thinks about winning. The Riddler thinks about winning. Ronald Reagan and Kokichi tell stories about themselves. How interesting. Shiloh screams for help. Declan treats his infection. Mark Hamill, Cynthia, and Zoroark discuss what might happen in the morning. Gavin, Legion, and Joe Valentine discuss what might happen in the morning. Miyu and Zeke huddle for warmth. Awesome. Skull Knight ambushes and kills Cagney Carnation. John Seed destroys Crochet's supplies while she's asleep. Cool Declan looks at the night sky. Manectric goes to sleep. Makima stays awake all night. Declan's foot notices smoke rising but decides not to investigate. Mark Hamill, John Seed, Zeke, and Zoroark hunt for other tributes. Walter White makes a wooden spear. Tusken Raider practices archery. Gary Oak sprains his ankle running away from the Legion. Kokichi severely injures Dr. Death and leaves him to die. Green M&M sprains her ankle running away from daycare attendant. Manectric attacks Gavin, but he manages to escape. Frost makes a wooden spear. Gus questions his sanity. Cowabunga discovers a cave. Liberty Chica stalks Declan. Makima tends to Cynthia's wounds. Cool Declan crochets Skull Knight. Yeah. Cool Declan crochets Skull Knight, and Shiloh raid Tiger Statue's camp while he is hunting. Omori sprains his ankle running away from Deer. Ocean Sauce is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Dr. Octopus attacks Ava, but she escapes. Scorch and Miyu split up to search for resources. Ronald Reagan makes a slingshot. Jill Valentine goes hunting. The Riddler runs away from Iwasawa. Dr. Octopus kills Skull Knight with a sickle. Jill Valentine cries herself to sleep. Ocean Sauce is woken by nightmares. Daycare attendant decapitates Deer with a sword. Tusken Raider severely injures Cool Declan and puts him out of his misery. Scorch receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Tiger statue climbs a tree to rest. Ava sees a fire but stays hidden. Crucia is woken by nightmares. Makima cries herself to sleep. Declan lets Gus into his shelter. Walter White convinces Miyu to snuggle with him. Gavin screams for help. John Seed cooks food before putting his fire out. Declan's foot attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. He does that, yeah. Omori cooks food before putting his fire out. Shiloh sees a fire but stays hidden. Mark Hamill destroys Zoroark's supplies while she is asleep. Ronald Reagan, Liberty Chica, and Zeke sleep in shifts. Green M&M convinces Frost to snuggle with her. Manectric stays awake all night. Cynthia loses sight of where she is. Gary Oak and Kokichi talk about that she be still alive. Thriller cries himself to sleep.
Oh,
Legion
what the fuck are we
Iwasawa.
doing?
We're doing hard games.
Could have done the
together.
U.S. presidents.
No, that's boring though. That's boring. There's still one more after this though, right?
Yeah.
Two more after this. Okay. Gus tracks down and kills Makima. Gavin questions his sanity. Scorch strangles Tiger statue with a rope. Ronald Reagan and Tusken Raider hunt for other tributes. Frost stabs daycare attendant in the back with a trident. Zeke overhears Ocean Sauce talking to Omori. Riddler practices archery. Dr. Octopus explores the arena. Mark Hamill receives a hatchet. The Legion searches for a water source. Joe Valentine hunts for the tributes. John Seed explores the arena. Liberty Chica scares off Zoroark. Walter White sees smoke rising, but doesn't investigate. Kokichi runs away from Crucia. Ava overhears Cowabunga talking to Shiloh in the distance. Declan receives a bomb. Miyu steals from Manectric while he isn't looking. Green M&M camouflages herself in the bushes. She could do that. Iwasawa injures herself. Cynthia searches for a water source. Gary Oak discovers a cave. Further questions his sanity. Shiloh defeats John Seed in a fight but spares his life. Gus fends Ocean Sauce, the Legion, and Joe Valentine from his fire. Zoroark stays awake all night. Gary Oak destroys Liberty Chica's supplies while she's asleep. Miyu sees a fire but stays hidden. Zeke climbs a tree to rest. Gavin receives clean water. Kokichi receives clean water. Crucia lets Walter White into a shelter. Cynthia and Declan sleep together. Mark Hamill fends off Omori, Iwasawa, and Cowabunga. Green M&M tends to Dr. Octopus's wounds. Scorch and Tusken Raider tell stories about themselves to each other. Ava sets up camp for the night. Frost and Ronald Reagan run into each other in truce. Manectric is woken by nightmares. Ava and the Riddler fight Miyu and Zeke. Ava and the Riddler survive. This game officially sucks.
Ava would win, though.
No, she would not. Are you kidding me?
She would hate Miyu.
Okay, but Zeke would kill them.
She doesn't support Zeke's actions.
Yeah, she would lose. Scorch sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate. Omori chases Iwasawa. Gavin searches for water. Dr. Octopus receives food. Gary Oak and Frost kill themselves. Shiloh attacks Mark Hamill but he escapes. Manectric and the Legion hunt for other tributes. Crucia goes hunting. Liberty Chica sprains her ankle running away from Declan. Cynthia practices her archery. Tusken Raider stalks Green M&M. John Seed searches for firewood. Jill Valentine steals from Walter White. Zoroark picks flowers. Ocean Sauce makes a slingshot. Cowabunga camouflages in the bushes. Gus runs away from Ronald Reagan. Kokichi travels to higher ground. Dr. Octopus is woken by nightmares. Tusken Raider lets Joe Valentine into his shelter. Crucia receives medical supplies. Gavin and Zoroark sleep together. Cowabunga tends to John Seed's wounds. Cynthia receives medical supplies. Walter White looks at the night sky. Declan receives clean water. Omori, Mark Hamill, and Ava discuss what might happen in the morning. Manectric thinks about winning. Kokichi sleeps in a tree. Liberty Chica stays awake all night. Shiloh climbs her tree to rest. Gus and Legion talk about tributes still alive. The Riddler fends off Ocean Sauce, Ronald Reagan, and Green M&M from his fire. Scorch shoots a poisonous blow dart into Iwasawa's neck, slowly killing her. Rest in peace. Mark Hamill receives medical supplies. John Seed decapitates the Legion with a sword. The Riddler and Cynthia split up to search for resources. Gus shoots an arrow into Omori's head. Shiloh scares off Dr. Octopus. Tusken Raider steals from Jill Valentine. Ronald Reagan, Manectric, Declan, and Ocean Sauce raid Crucia's camp while she's hunting. Scorch and Liberty Chica work together for the day. Walter White shoots an arrow into Kokichi's head. God damn it. Ava searches for firewood. Zoroark receives an explosive. Cowabunga throws a knife into Green M&M's head. Gavin receives clean water. Liberty Chica receives clean water. Gus climbs a tree. Mark Hamill, Gavin, and Ava sleep in shifts. Walter White sets Crucia on fire with a Molotov. Cowabunga tries to treat his infection. John Seed receives medical supplies. Joe Valentine passes out from exhaustion. Dr. Octopus and Cynthia hold hands. Tusken Raider is awoken by nightmares. Scorch and Zorak tell stories about themselves to each other. The Riddler receives clean water. Ronald Reagan, Manectric, Ocean Sauce, and Declan tell each other ghost stories by the moon. Shiloh passes out from exhaustion. The Riddler scares off John Seed. Shiloh practices archery. Zorak overhears Cynthia talking to Declan in the distance. Gavin picks flowers. Ronald Reagan tries to spear fish with a trident. Scorch constructs a shack. Cowabunga shoots a poisonous blow dart into Walter White's neck, slowly killing him. Manectric searches for a water source. Liberty Chica receives a hatchet. Tusken Raider questions his sanity. Ava chases Ocean Sauce. Gus sets off an explosive, killing Joe Valentine, Mark Hamill, and Dr. Octopus. Cynthia accidentally steps on a landmine. Scorch and Zorak cut over warmth. Ronald Reagan and the Riddler hold hands. Gavin thinks about home. Ava climbs a tree to rest. Declan shoots an arrow at Gus, but misses and kills Tusken Raider. Manectric begs for Cowabunga to kill him, but he refuses. Shiloh ambushes Ocean Sauce and kills him. Liberty Chica destroys John Seed's supplies while he's asleep. Cornucopias are replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the Tributes family. Gavin, Shiloh, Ava, the Riddler, John Seed, and Declan all don't go. Ronald Reagan and Liberty Chica track down and kill Manectric. Gus falls into a pit and dies. Zorak sets Scorch on fire with a Molotov. Cowabunga accidentally steps on a
The Iron Knight.
Yep. Actually, does he have anything to do with fire?
He uses explosives.
Okay. John Seed picks flowers. Declan collects fruit from a tree. Ava camouflages in the bushes. Gavin shoots a poisonous blow dart into Zorak's neck, slowly killing her. Liberty Chica is pricked by thorns while picking berries. The Riddler pushes Ronald Reagan off a cliff during a knife fight. Shiloh picks flowers. Shiloh, the Riddler, and Ava sleep in shifts. Gavin cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Not an honorable death. John Seed loses sight of where he is. Declan
You
receives
finish
an
your taxes
explosive.
beforehand, though.
Yeah. Liberty Chica passes out from exhaustion. Declan receives clean water. Shiloh goes hunting. Liberty Chica tries to spear fish with a trident. The Riddler collects fruit from a tree. Ava sets off an explosive, killing John Seed. The final five, we have Declan, Shiloh, Liberty Chica, the Riddler, and Ava. The Riddler receives fresh food. Shiloh dies from hunger. Declan dies from hunger. Liberty Chica destroys Ava's supplies while she's asleep. The final three. Liberty Chica tends to the Riddler's wounds. Ava discovers a cave. Abe, if your sister wins, you're a dead man.
You don't even know.
The Riddler climbs a tree to rest. Ava and Liberty Chica sleep in shifts. Liberty Chica runs away from the Riddler. Ava dies from hypothermia. Who do you think's gonna win? Place your bets.
Who's left?
The Riddler and Liberty Chica.
Oh, Liberty Chica.
Let's see. The Riddler strangles Liberty Chica with a rope.
Darn.
Riddler ends. The